Hi. So here's sharing my transformational journey and work that had impact and people that had impact on me and my life and life path. In 2021, I believe, I have done work with the mentor called Nancy Botkin, and the work was around my life purpose. Nancy is a filmmaker and a screenwriter and very talented woman and a teacher. And her gift is to be able to see characters and play and creation from just words. I spent a week in Montreal with Nancy, literally talking about my life. And I have never in my life, up until that moment, had an experience of that somebody is actually not just interested in my life, but also looking at how things connect and what makes sense and what are the lessons learned, how did I learn them, what were my innate gifts, what were the gifts that I learned. I mean, this has created such a great foundation for the awareness process that I have done after and the family constellation work that I was in the midst of doing while working with Nancy. All that to say is that Nancy's work was organized around speaking the words and capturing every word that came out of my mouth and then organizing it in a way that can feed back and explain to me my own life and my own purpose. It was very clear after the work I've done with her that my whole purpose in life is to look under the surface and see things differently, shift paradigms such that people can appreciate life, art, and beauty. I also very clearly got that my expression in the world was to facilitate healing art of life. So I was both facilitating healing and teaching, and also I needed to nurture a creatrix in me. It is not until I've done work with Nancy that I could fully own that I was an artist. Up until then, I thought, oh, well, because I don't sell art or because I'm not known as an artist, because I don't have that kind of validation from the outside, I couldn't claim the term artist. Nothing could be further from the truth because actually I did sell my artwork in the past, so even that wasn't true. Interestingly enough, as I was going through my life with Nancy and looking at all the lessons I learned and what were my innate gifts, what were the things and skills that I acquired as I went through life, one of the things I shared with her was my little short film called Discovering Me. And it is watching that movie with me that she reflected back to me the importance of how we create our own identity and how we create our lives. And I didn't, at the time of even making that movie, understand the purpose and the reason behind it. I just made something. I put some images together. I did some narration around it. I mean, I spoke from my heart, but I didn't understand how that fit in a larger scheme of things. This work with Nancy was one of the biggest transformations I have ever experienced in my life. And we literally spent a week together. I didn't know her before that. I felt safe speaking to her. I felt held. I felt seen. I felt understood. She's a creative thinker. She's extremely intelligent. She's a mom. She raised 3 men who are all successful. And she had this technology that allowed me to look in my life through different lenses and then see how it all fits. The outcome of our work was this binder where I literally had how I lived my life and who to listen to and who are the allies and who are not allies. It was so empowering. And this is to you if you haven't ever done work where people examine your life with you. I highly suggest this because that's the work that I do from a different lens. However, looking at our life and how it gets constructed is an important detail, if you will, in finding out whether you're on your path, on your soul's path or not. So that's the work with Nancy.